7 out of 10 people tune in to women's sports, and 73% say they can watch them at least a few times a year, which is not far off from the 81% that watch men's sports. So why is it that media coverage of women has tripled, but with unwanted circumstances? A new study has found that the lack of women's sports coverage outside the Summer Olympics gives audiences the idea that women's athletics may not matter. When analyzing the details of this, it was concluded that women's coverage became increasingly less diverse over time, only focusing on a few major sports, all deemed socially acceptable based on gender norms. Women participating in high-contact or physical sports are rarely featured in the media. Male athletes in men's sports have steady coverage year-round, but for women, the Olympic Games are only one of the few times that they are covered. Inequity in media coverage for women has become a large issue as it leads to fewer role models and depicts gender inequality. This is frustrating for many, considering that 88% of sports fans regard women athletes as important inspirational figures for young women. Only 15 to 16% of women roles in sports are in total sports coverage. There's a lack of diverse voices in decision-making roles, which leads to less investment in women's sports media, and therefore a real gender gap still exists among coaches and leadership roles within women's athletics. In attempting to aid these issues, the public can increase visibility of female athletes, organizations like the GIST can work to acknowledge women's sports, and we can place women in sports leadership positions to create role models for young girls.